Hey guys, Classic here with the last casual talk of the first season, which was mainly focused on Rocket League. Like I said last week, this is probably the last Rocket League vid I'll do. My focus is now 100% on Artifact. If you don't know what that game is, it's a card game made by Valve. It looks amazing. I'm all in on that. I want to bring the podcast back, Casual Talk, with some Artifact related people later. And eventually, I want to make it even non-game centric. I hope you enjoyed this casual talk with Sizz, and I hope you have a wonderful day. First of all, I just want to thank you for taking the time, Sizz. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, I thought this episode was really cool when he did it with Rizzo. It was like very chill.
I was starting with the same question, dude. When did you start playing Rocket League, man?
I think the day it came out, I was watching Summit, and I think he was playing Rocket League, and I was like, huh, this game looks fun. And then I just downloaded it and started playing. Funny part is I actually didn't want to buy the game because I didn't think it was worth the money. So what I did,
oh my god,
was my cousin had, this is when CS:GO gambling was like a big thing. So my cousin had a lot of skins, and I just had him like sell me some skins and buy me it for me because we had so much excess skins.
At least we have that sweet 1 million prize pool now.
That's actually nice. Good. I was really excited when they announced that because that way I think honestly, like, if they had it increase the prize pool, I might have just not played this season.
Oh really?
Because like I don't know, like it feels like I've been like indecisive about what I want to do with Rocket League because like I'm not sure how long it'll last.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still going to school this semester. But yeah, like I was like worried about this season because I wasn't sure like if Sonics really like were gonna show that they cared or not, because the off season was extremely boring. Like there was no tournament in the off season except for a 2v2 tournament. Yeah. So it was kind of lame, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. What do you study?
I'm like almost done with my business major. Okay. I switched to bio for a while. And like I pretty much finished my bio minor. Like I have all the classes done for that. But I just like didn't finish through with the major because I wasn't sure if I like really wanted to keep doing it or not. And besides, I was like doing all the Rocket League stuff, so it's kind of like indecisive.
Is business something that always interested you?
I mean, my dad is a business owner. Like he owns like his own like distributor warehouse thing, and it's just I've like helped him with it before and stuff. And it's like he's like obviously very successful. Like most people know, my parents are like wealthy or successful at the least. And like I always have that as like a fallback if I don't know what to do like with my own career. But like I did want to do business myself and like try to do my own thing first before like I just like give up and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I have like good experience in like the esports scene and everything, so I could like I was like always thinking about like doing my own business and I even talked to Rizzo about it.
Yeah. About
like starting our own org or like starting our own organization, something like, or like getting involved with our current orgs on something like that, like in the long run.
But yeah, so that's what you like about YouTube, being your own boss, basically.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube and Twitch and stuff. I've been like lazy with it lately, but I like enjoy it a lot still.
That's one of the cons of being your own boss. Sometimes you're too hard.
Yeah,
you
get lazy.
Not hard enough.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, go ahead.
I think like over the transition, like over the years of Rocket League, I've definitely become like more lazy, but I think like my work ethic is like the same. I'm just like not committing as much as I used to. Because before, like, and during the off season in Rocket League, when I came back after season 2, taking a break, I had like over 100 hours in the off season. I was like extremely motivated, and my work ethic was like really good. But like now, I feel like I still have the same work ethic, but I'm just not as like committed because like I've always been like worried about the Rocket League scene like growing or not.
What worries you about it?
Just like how long, like how successful it'll be, because like the player base isn't like gonna grow really, and then on top of that, like all the Twitch streamers don't, like the most viewers we'll ever get from a Twitch stream is like 3K on Carnovi is like the most we'll ever see usually. Like it never really goes above that. So like the actual players themselves don't really get fantastic viewership. Like my most entertaining stream I've had was like I did like a drunk stream, and that's when I got like a lot of viewers. I got so many viewers in my drunk. That was the most viewers I ever had. I got like 1,700 with no host.
Oh, that's
just
nuts,
like I was doing a drunk stream. That's literally it.
Yeah.
And I was just funny. That's it. Like, people didn't come to actually watch the gameplay. The gameplay was horrible.
I mean, who doesn't want a drunk Sizz like as content? I mean, that's just quality content right there.
Yeah, like I feel like if any Rocket League pro, like I feel like if Rizzo did a drunk stream, he'd get more views than if he just like played the game.
Do you have like a solution? Do you think there's something that could help that? Like, are you?
I don't know. I mean, when Twitch worked with Rocket League, like they would always put us on the front page. That kind of helped us get viewers. But now, like Twitch and Sonics aren't working together anymore. I think so. We don't really get that anymore.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, I feel you. And are you for or against non-standard maps? Out of curiosity.
I'm actually for them. I actually wanted, you know, that new map with the goal in the middle.
Yeah, stadium. Oh, in the middle. What?
Or like,
stadium, or?
Yeah, stadium. Sorry,
okay. Yeah. I was confused.
I actually wanted that map to be like tested at least, like maybe in like rank cuts or something. See how pros liked it, because like it changes the whole dynamic of like how to play. Because like you can't use the back wall, you can't go for double tap. Like there's no, like teams like Dig would be insane on this map because they don't excel off solo plays like NRG and C9. It's like changing like something in like real life like NBA. So change something there, you can't change something like that.
And I feel, you know, that's interesting. And you mentioned that. Okay, let's you know, get into it a little bit. I've seen a lot of people obviously compare Rocket League to traditional sports, which I think it's fair to a certain degree because, you know, it's the same principle, I guess. You have a ball, you need to put it in your opponent's net. The difference, I think, and I want you to chime in whenever you have something to say, is that in traditional sports, you're like, health actually affects the game a lot. You can't play
definitely,
like you can't play hockey 10 hours in a single day. Your body just cannot do that. You'll eventually just be exhausted. You can play Rocket League 10 hours in a day, like you'll do it. So there's that. It changes like everything, because if you play your favorite game 2 hours in a day, it's gonna take like literally years before you get tired of it. If you play,
definitely,
you know, 10 hours, it's gonna take like admittedly around like 5 times less to actually get bored. The second thing I think is when it comes to high level play, like you mentioned, we have access, like as a Rocket League viewer, we have access to high level play literally any time of the day for hours. Like watching high level NBA doesn't happen that much, you know. You have your
you're right. It's a specific like season, like
exactly. And with streams, whenever you want to see high level play, you just go like watch whoever's online. It's a GC, and you get great play.
Yeah, like, you can't watch like Steph Curry like go practice and like pickup games and stuff like that.
Exactly. So I think comparing both is right in a sense.
Yeah, it's hard to compare both. Well, I think for Rocket League, like mental health is actually really important for like video game mental health, and like even physical health as well. I think is pretty important, but I think mental health is way more important because I mean, like even me myself, like I went to like maybe 2 months ago, I went to like a really like shitty time, and like I like didn't want to play Rocket League. Like I hated the game and stuff. And, like I was absolutely like I just did as much as I possibly could to like avoid playing Rocket League for this is like after playoffs. Like during the off season, and then like eventually like, I'm like good now, but like mental health was so important. Like I realized afterwards, like looking back, how important it was, because like I like didn't want to play the game. I didn't want to like try to improve or practice at all.
Okay, so I want to talk a bit about Joro, the newest addition to your roster. So you had a few little hiccups last season. And you ended up, you and Jacob, looking for a new third. How did
so we cut off install. I mean, once we cut off install, we started looking for new thirds. Originally, the team was actually supposed to be me, Chicago, and Jacob.
Okay.
And then this was we were gonna go to we were gonna do what was that tournament? The Toronto tournament.
Gnarly.
Yeah, we were gonna do that with Chicago, and we actually couldn't because his org wouldn't let him.
Okay.
So we ended up just finding like a last minute sub. We got Hato, and like we lost the tournament. We didn't really care too much.
Yeah.
And then like after the tournament, Chicago or EG decided like they wanted to replace Chrome, and that's when Chicago like joined up with EG instead. So then we look for new options, and then Memory and Joro are like our main options.
Okay.
And we tried both, and like Joro just fit a lot better. Like overall, just completely fit a lot better. Like, we won way more scrims with him. On top of that, like everything was just more fluid. I don't know. Like Memory was good. Yeah, it just felt better in general. Like Memory was good, but I don't know. It just depends on the team, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Memory probably fits with Ghost better than he does with us.
Okay.
And Joro probably fits with us better than Ghost.
We had talked with Snasky, who told us like what he thought was like kind of his advice or best way to get quote unquote recognized as a new player. What would be your thought to I guess for upcoming players? Like, how do you notice them? How do you get noticed?
I mean,
how do you get...
The way I recognize players is usually through so either they'll play rank X, like they get up to rank X and like they start playing well in there and people are talking about them more. Like that's when like, people start to notice like people like Memory, people like Prime Thunder, like Axby, like all those players that are like they're not new to the scene, but they weren't really like proven.
Yeah.
Is they just kind of started dominating like the rank S leaderboard and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So getting through 6-mans is really good. That's probably the best way to practice. I feel like if you're a new player, is to like start off in like rank A, practice, get used to it, or get the Grand Champ first, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, once you do
obviously.
that, and then you just work your way up from there. But I feel like 6-man is probably the best way.
What's your favorite Rocket League esports moment for you as a player and as a viewer?
As a player and as a viewer, I mean, for me, was probably making season 3 land, like for myself. But as a viewer, watching Justin score that goal is probably like the best moment in RLCS history. Especially because I was like me and Fire, I've been friends forever.
Yeah.
And Garrett too. I was like rooting for them like hardcore to win.
And esports in general, do you watch esports at all besides Rocket League?
Yeah, I watch a lot of esports. I mean, I played League of Legends for like 7 years before I played Rocket League. Yeah.
Did you ever get to like competitive level?
No, I never tried to. I was like playing it in high school, so I was very casual. The highest I got was like Diamond 3, and I just never really
gotcha.
Kept going past that because I honestly like didn't even think it was like possible. But I mean, favorite esport moment though, was probably the I watched. Remember that? I'm assuming you know the Faker 1v1 play against Ryu.
The Zed play, the Zed versus
yeah,
Zed.
I watched that live, and like when I watched that live, I was just like, what just happened?
Yeah.
That was the best. It was the sickest moment ever in esports, and I was just losing my mind.
Yeah, I think it's the best 1v1 in League of Legends of all time.
I was just I just like didn't believe it because it was an unwinnable like position. I'm like, all right, he's dead here, and then like he's not dying, and the other Zed dies. I'm just like, what?
A lot of people have been advocating for like double round robin for RLCS.
Yeah.
Do you think they should do like double round robin and have some matches like either off stream or in a secondary stream that is like, I don't know, either not cast or casted by not the pro?
Wait, are you talking about like a playoffs or just like the league play?
League play. Like basically
I don't know. Well, it's
matchups.
Yeah. There's like there's two ways to look at it, because it's like if you add the people are already complaining about how like well, I don't know how to word it. People are like complaining that it like league play resides so much on like each match. Like every match is extremely important, right?
Exactly, yes.
But the problem is like if you add more matches though, and like you extend like the season, and it just takes longer to get to Worlds. So I don't know. It's like very hard to decide what you want.
Yeah. Let's say that instead of having only one series a day, you have two.
And one's off stream.
Yeah, one's either off stream or like on a secondary stream that has like no casting or something.
Yeah, maybe they should do that. I feel like that'd probably be better because I don't know, the season is so like short in the sense that
it's only 5 weeks.
Every game matters so much. Like even the actual individual games matter. But like every series, like losing a series is absolutely devastating in RLCS because it's like there's one loss out immediately to like not make Worlds.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, especially if you lose it in like game 5. Like I think the worst loss I've ever had in Rocket League was like a game 5 against G2 in season 3, we got reverse swept and we lost in overtime. And I was like, oh, this is the first week. We still made LAN. Like we got second place and made LAN. But getting that one, we would have instant qualified for LAN. Like we wouldn't have even have to worry about tiebreakers.
Yeah.
So like a game 5 loss is huge.
If you had one change to make in Rocket League, what would it be? Can be to the esports scene or the actual game.
One change would probably just be like finding a way to introduce new maps, honestly, because I feel like the game's gonna get very stale for like viewers if they keep seeing the same thing over and over again.
I like to end on if you have anyone to shout out or just one advice to share, what would it be?
One advice, I don't really have anyone to shout out, to be honest. I'll shout out Rizzo. I'll shout out Rizzo and you, and my subs on my channel.
Nice.
And classic subs. And then, but for advice to players, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you're a new player and like you really want to get involved in the Rocket League thing, whether it be being content creator or like a pro, like you really got to put in like all the hours and like be straight up like seriously dedicated. Like it's not gonna come easy regardless. Like even like I got lucky that like I knew Rizzo from the beginning, and then like on top of that I played the game from the beginning, so I like got good early. But like it's never too late to like get into games. Like even Rocket League, there's literally proof of like Rocket League players getting into Fortnite late, and they still make more than they ever did on Fortnite than Rocket League. So it's with any game. Like just dedicate to it and like you'll make it. Like if you seriously think you can.
That's fantastic advice. Thank you so much for doing this, Sizz.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Thanks for having me. It was a good time.